Hello, I'd like to discuss with you the 7 dimensions of applied behavior analysis, sometimes referred to as ABA. One easy way for remembering the 7 dimensions is the acronym GET a CAB, which stands for Generality, Effective, Technological, Applied, Conceptually Systematic, Analytic, and Behavioral. Or maybe you're just an ABA tech geek, which could stand for Applied, Behavior, Analytic, Technological, Generality, Effective, and Conceptually Systematic. Another fun way to think of the 7 dimensions is the acronym BAT cage, although bats kind of freak me out. Let's take a look at the skill shoe tying and see how it could be taught consistent with ABA principles. If you use video modeling as your intervention, which requires a video model of the skill that you are trying to teach, then you could evaluate its effectiveness in the following ways in regards to the 7 dimensions. Although to some it may seem early to start talking about generality in the beginning of our discussion, I think it makes perfect sense. When we are trying to teach a skill such as shoe tying, we should think about other places where that skill will need to be demonstrated. One such example would be tying the strings on the swimsuit at the beach. Before we can expect to see generality of a skill, we must first make sure our interventions are effective. We are looking for data to be going in the desired direction. Data that is collected is displayed in order to help us make this determination. Technological is the dimension which refers to how we describe our procedures in detail. We must do so that others can implement them and hopefully obtain the same results we did with an effective teaching procedure. Applied is the dimension that refers to the social significance of our behaviors that we select for change, the interventions that we use, and the degree of outcomes that we achieve. In this situation, tying a shoe would be something that is considered very important by the community, parents, and family members, as well as the individuals who are learning to tie their shoes. To say that an intervention is conceptually systematic means that it is consistent with principles that have been determined to be effective as defined in the research. In behavior analysis, these can include stimulus control, extinction, reinforcement, and sometimes punishment. The dimension that we will review here is analytical. Being analytic means to make data-based decisions. In order to do this, data must be collected and displayed. Looking at this chart here, live modeling did not produce an increase or the desired increase in a behavior, whereas video modeling did. The 7th dimension reviewed here is behavior. Behavior must be observable and measurable in order for it to be changed. If we can see it, we can measure it, we can change it. Behavior is not only crying, screaming, or kicking others, but it can also be desired behaviors. It's important when defining behavior to describe what we can see rather than an emotion that we describe for a collection of behaviors. Rather than saying being musical, we might say playing the violin. Or rather than saying affectionate, we say hugging others. Rather than having fun, we say dancing together. These acronyms will prove helpful for many when trying to recall the 7 dimensions of applied behavior analysis, whether that's thinking of someone getting a cab or an ABA tech geek holding a bat cage. You should do whatever works best for you. These 7 dimensions are what all ABA interventions are based upon. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on the 7 dimensions of applied behavior analysis. For more information, please visit www.behaviorbabe.com or find me on Facebook and Twitter at /Behaviorbabe.